So just to clarify, in this video specifically, we're going to be talking about paid ad clients, whether this is Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, Snapchat ads, LinkedIn ads, whatever it is that you want to offer, this pricing structure remains the same. And just to give you some insight, this is how moving forward we are pricing the majority of our clients. And that is on a tiered percentage of ad spend structure with a base retainer if their ad spend doesn't reach a certain level. So the way that we're structuring things right now as a full stack agency that offers multiple services from Facebook ads to Google to TikTok, Snapchat ads, all of the above, we essentially price at £1,000 per month base for one advertising service. So if that's for Facebook ads or for Google ads, it is £1,000 per month, providing they spend under £10,000 per month in ad spend. If this company then wanted to, have two platforms, maybe they wanted Facebook and Google, maybe they wanted Facebook and Snapchat, what we actually do is then price in at £1,500. So essentially £500 extra per additional service that they want. So if they wanted, Google and Facebook and Snapchat ads, that would then be £2,000 a month. So it's £1,000 for the base and then £500 for Google, £500 for Snapchat. And again, that is providing that on each individual platform, that doesn't extend £10,000 per month in ad spend. Now, beyond that, and this is where we really want to aim moving forward, working with bigger clients that have bigger budgets, and therefore we can charge bigger retainers, is we charge on a percentage of ad spend on anything above £10,000 a month on spend. So our current structure is a tiered approach. So if a client spends between £10,000 and £30,000 per month on advertising, we will charge 10% of spend. So as an example, if they were spending £27,000, we would charge 10% of that. So it would be £2,700 per month as our retainer fee. Now, if a client is spending between 30 and 50K, we will actually charge at 8%. So the percentage drops ever so slightly. And then anything above £50,000 is actually charged at 6% of ad spend. Now, just to clarify, this is a tiered approach. What that means is let's say they spent 70 grand a month on ads. The way that it's structured is the first up to 10 to 30 is billed at 10%. The next 30 to 50 is billed at the 8, and then the 50 to the 70 would be billed at the 6. That way what you avoid is all of a sudden a client goes from spending £49,000 a month to 51, and because you drop from 8 to 6, your retainer's lower. So just having that tiered approach to make sure it's, the 10 to 30 is billed at 10, the 30 to 50 billed at 8, and the 50 plus billed at 6. It just allows that you don't actually end up dropping your retainer as the spend goes up. Now, what this means is obviously this is a really fair way to price. First of all, naturally, as a client spends more money in an ad account, there's generally speaking a lot more moving parts, a lot more attention's needed. So therefore, you're getting paid in proportion to the amount of time you're putting into an account. So therefore, if you were pricing £2,000 a month and a client went from spending 10K a month up to 100K a month, your retainer goes up in alignment with how much spend and time goes into that account. What I've often seen with agency owners that just charge a flat retainer is that if that ad spend goes up over time, you never renegotiate your fee, and you're actually spending way more time in an account without any more additional fee on your end to cover that time, which shrinks your profit margins, shrinks your client capacity, and a bunch of other things inside your agency, which obviously we don't want to happen when we want a healthy, profitable business. Another thing which we've noticed is, we always used to love the profit split, performance-based fee structure. So, instead of charging percentage of ad spend, you actually charge a percentage of profit. So as an example, previously what we may do is if we charge a client 10% of profit, if we spent 10 grand on ads, generated them 110 grand back, that's 100K in profit, we would take 10% of that 100K as our fee every month. That is just as an example, right? But that would be like a performance-based fee. The issue with that now post iOS 14 is that tracking, especially within Facebook, is completely off. As an example, recently we had a client that on Facebook was showing a 2x return, but with all the UTM tracking we have on the back end inside of our analytics tracking softwares, we were actually pulling in a 7x ROAS from our Facebook advertising. But on the Facebook platform, it was showing a 2. As you can imagine, if you were spending 10 grand a month, okay, and Facebook was showing, a 2x, that's 20 grand inside. But actually, if you're getting a 7x, the amount that you actually bill for your fee is 5-6K off what you're actually entitled to be billing. So it's not really a fair way to price from your perspective as an agency owner anymore. That's why we are leaning all of our clients moving forward to this base fee structure, the base retainer if they're not spending, 10K a month. But if they are spending above 10K a month, we're charging at a percentage tiered percentage of ad spend, and we're noticing that this is working fantastic for us when it comes to getting higher ticket clients. And just to make you aware, this is a pricing structure that most bigger agencies, higher end agencies follow. So even though you're going to be getting higher retainers, this actually makes you very price competitive. And just to get the slight edge as well, a lot of agencies don't have the tiered approach where they drop percentage of spend at scale, which means obviously if you're going to be going up against another agency, they charge flat 10% on anything, and they're spending 100K a month, their bill is going to be 10K. If you're charging 10% up to X, 8% up to X, 6% up to X, maybe with even a cap at the far end to say, we're never going to bill you more than 7, 8K a month, all of a sudden then at scale, you also become much more price competitive than your competitors. And if, your prospect is eyeing out, or considering other agencies before they hire you, so that could be the difference between you actually landing the client and you not landing the client. And on a final note, before we wrap up here, obviously, as you can imagine, this higher ticket pricing structure really only works when you're going after more established businesses, because most startups or smaller companies aren't going to be spending anywhere near the 10K to 100K, even 200K a month mark. So for you as a smaller business, this could be something to consider over time. But even as a base, really, unless it's your first or second client, you really shouldn't be charging anywhere less than 1K a month for your clients anyway, especially for the paid ads services. Obviously, if it's your first client, sure, you can price in a bit lower, you can negotiate to get them through the door, get proof of concept, get some experience. Obviously, getting paid is still better than a free trial, right? But at scale, after you've got yourself maybe a few clients under your belt, you really should be looking to adopt this pricing structure moving forward. But I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching.